Hi guys, this is Uson Jao. Welcome to my channel today. So if you really want to enter into this remote job space, you really don't know how to go about it, this video is actually for you. So make sure you watch till the end and make sure you give me a like so that you can continue supporting the channel. Thank you so much. So we can begin. Now what is remote work, right? I'm going to assume like this is like a completely person who's super green in this space. So a remote work is any job that allows you to work from anywhere without needing to be in the physical office. That is basically a remote work. And the key points for this is we have work from home, co-working spaces, or anywhere with the internet access. So you can be, you see people even hiring offices from time to time. Maybe they've been hired by a company somewhere from another place, maybe in another country. They want maybe it's west, especially Westlands and along Mombasa Road. People even hire spaces. Someone is coming there to do a remote job from another place, someone from another place. They provide internet for you. They have even a kitchen and all that. So as long as you have access to internet, you can always participate. So also the other key point in understanding even remote work is use of digital tools for communication and productivity. We'll explore all these things, and these are the three types or the three ways you can actually go about it. You can be a freelance, you can be a full-time, or you can be a contract based, right? So a freelance in a case whereby like you're working for multiple people, your time is super flexible. Full time in whereby it's like more of a 9 to 5, even though you're not in that office.
More like a contractual thing.
Yeah, like what was happening during COVID, right?
Yeah.
The other one is a contract, so whereby like let's say you establish a brand online and everything, and like people start just coming to you asking for assistance, and you're like, okay, these are my terms, this is this and this. So eventually we'll go to explore about contract way later, because it's very important you are able to communicate effectively to clients, like, okay, this is what I'd want, this is how many hours I'll be working, this is how much you'll be paying me. But we'll explore that. So examples of a remote job include virtual assistants, customer support, affiliate marketing. Virtual assistants we explained yesterday. I was trying to break it down to you. Is more like a virtual secretary,
Answer mails and all that.
Yeah. So the other one is like customer support. You find most companies, even here in Kenya, like maybe debt collection companies, they give their workers like even phones to go home and work from there. Companies that do marketing, some of the workers go with their computers at home because they can access that software from there, so they can be calling people. So that is customer support. Affiliate marketer, yesterday we went through it. Graphic designer is basically someone is just hiring you for posters and all that, but we're going to break it down to actually something that you can pick, right? We're just naming everything in broad, trying to understand this remote work. So now we then, after mentioning all that, we start with the types of remote work, right? So we have freelance. This is someone who's working on projects for different clients, right? So you can be a freelancer whereby you have different clients, and they can be giving you gigs from time to time. And now the other one is what are the platforms that actually provide these kind of jobs? So one of them is Upwork. So Upwork is whereby you can create your profile more like Facebook. So like it's more like Facebook, more like LinkedIn. But for this one, is like you are creating your profile, then displaying your portfolio, right? Like your capabilities, like I can write, I can design posters, I can be a good virtual assistant, these are my rates, I charge this per hour and this and this. And now the client, like, because we're living in a world whereby you can run a multi-million-dollar company as long as you have some money. So instead of hiring someone for a full-time job, you can just go to Upwork, Fiverr, and hire someone. So it can work the other way around. If you're in need of a certain service, maybe you need a website being done and everything, and also at the same time, you could really create a profile there and display your work. So those are the three platforms that allow people to, examples of three platforms that allow people to do freelance work. Because on Upwork or Fiverr or people per hour, you can have an account whereby you could even have multiple clients on it. There's no limits.
And also I hear kuna mali nilikuwa nasoma jana.
Yes.
Anasema she had the Upwork profile lakini she had different profile. Kwa mtu anataka writing kuna profile ya writing.
Yeah.
Kama ni yeah.
That's really, yeah. You see the advantage. Unlike let's say unlike things like Outlier or that, on Upwork you could have it's like the way you can have as many Instagram accounts, right?
Oh.
So with Upwork, and we're going to explore these things because right now we're just the theory part of it. So you can have as many accounts as you want depending on the skills that you're really good at, because you can be in a position whereby you feel like, okay, let me try writing, and maybe while you're getting clients you can be like, okay, let me learn how to edit videos, and you find yourself, okay, I'm good at editing videos, let me set up an account for that. So these three platforms are the most popular platforms for all freelancers around the world.
Are they saturated?
They are not saturated because of course you can think every time you think like something is done, you always find there's more to it. Like right now, and this is something I'm trying to pursue, we're into the crypto world right now, right? Everything is like crypto, AI. So with that, the society is in a way, trying to customize itself. It's like the way the internet was, but way back, offices were there, governments were there, banks were there, everything.
Okay.
But when the internet came, all these people had to adapt to the internet, right? So now that we are in the crypto society at the moment, there are things that are going to be new, like blockchain developer, someone who just can, help create. For example, one of the ways that I think will be so big in Kenya in the next probably 80 years is that we have a problem with lands in Kenya. So lands can be on the blockchain itself because someone can't erase. In a way, if now they give you a title deed, no one can take it from you because it's open source. Everyone can see that this person owns this land and he bought it this day,
Yeah.
So they are not saturated. The thing with the remote jobs, you just have to thrive to get as many skills as you can, because the more skills you have, the more exposed you are to these opportunities.
And I heard you should also know how to write a very, very good CV.
And we will get there because you can, using ChatGPT, you can leverage it to write a good CV. And also, not only just ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT and go and humanize it, because some of these platforms or some of these people who are hiring for jobs, they can just go and ask ChatGPT, did you write this CV? And ChatGPT is like, yes, I did write this CV.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so as much as we are a society that is relying so much on all these, in a way you have to know how to humanize things and give it some personal touch.
Okay.
Yeah, so examples of freelance work, that is writing, video editing, social media management. So, and especially now touching on social media management, for me, I think it's going to become one of the biggest jobs in Kenya right now in the next probably 2 years, or even by the end of this year, because most companies, the traditional way of doing things, they could just go and hire people on, maybe they could go and pay for an ad, but doing business in Kenya is becoming so expensive in a way. that they have to achieve the same goals they used to, or even higher, with this less amount. So, and the thing that is making most companies really not sell is because they are not fully represented. I'll give you an example of maybe Nation Media Group, right? So way back in them days, they used to sell newspapers, but right now we have social media. And now you find such a big company, big corporate like that is competing with someone like Obina, right? Because now Obina has 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Yet it's like an individual right now can have the same as a big corporate. So they're really struggling, and also for small businesses. And since most people who own these companies in Kenya are boomers, are people who are old, maybe 50 years and above, they really don't understand what's going on. So what are they going to do? I'm saying that because I've worked in that space. I've literally earned salary in those spaces, right? Because so that's some of the freelance work one can do, and we'll explore. It's just that I'm taking it, step by step, but we'll explore until we find something that works for you, how you can pursue it, how you'll get gigs, and then you're good. No.
Yeah.
So freelancing is one. I don't know if you have a question on freelancing.
Good.
Okay, awesome. So the other one is the other types of remote jobs. So we said freelancing, and the other types of remote jobs is full-time remote jobs, right? So this is whereby we saw earlier on that in freelancing you're able to work based on your time. You're able to upload your work maybe on Fiverr, and a client tells you that I want this video by the end of maybe this week. So you have all the time in the world too. But now there are remote jobs that require you to be there, like you're literally in their office, only that you're at home. Yeah, so these are for remote jobs that offer, like, you have to be there full time. And some of the platforms that give these is remote.co, we work remotely, flexible jobs, and now these ones are really good, really good, I can say, because if someone happens to land a job there, the payment is so. Now on freelance, I wanted to just allow me to just go back here. On freelance, everything is flexible. No one cares where you're from. No one cares which country you're from, as long as you can deliver, right?
Okay.
Now with full-time remote jobs, this is whereby to some extent you might even get in contact with the person that is hiring you. So on these platforms, that is, you can even be maybe in contact with them. You guys are just talking and everything, and you might, if you end up getting a job we work remotely, or flexible job, or flex jobs, you might get a very high paying salary because they are paying based on that country, the average salary they should be paying people in that country. So for example, United States, they're saying maybe they're paying maybe $25 an hour, right? So you get a job as a customer support that requires you to work 6 hours a day. So you can only imagine how much money is that.
Yeah.
So, but you see, that's full time. So it's maybe Monday to Friday, 6 hours. You can imagine. And now these are remote jobs, but they're full time, fixed salary, working for a certain company.
Wanalipa kweli 2500 a day ama per week?
They do that. So okay, most of now when it comes to payments with full-time jobs, in the beginning, remember we talked about contracts and everything.
Yeah.
You'll be required to have a certain agreement. So typically most remote jobs pay either monthly or weekly, but majority pay on a weekly basis. So this is where, like, someone will give you and if you land a job there, like a customer support, and especially customer support. So we are going to be seeing that so much of. I think now, because the Trump is in office, I think remote jobs will spike up. Reason being, most Americans are going for remote jobs because they didn't have the typical jobs that they used to have, since majority of corporates and big business people in America already had cheap labor, right? So they had people maybe from Mexico, maybe there's someone from another country and all that and everything. So maybe this American is maybe a carpenter, and now he couldn't get a job, so they resorted to remote jobs. And that's why for the past maybe 3 years, I can say it has been very challenging for many people who are trying to access remote jobs. But now that he's deporting everyone, right, all those jobs will be available for Americans, and very few Americans will have time to do the remote job. So we will see a spike of like very big urgency for hiring people, and especially on customer support. So that is number two. The first one was freelance. The second one is remote full-time jobs. I don't know if you have a question on that, maybe.
No, I don't.
Okay. So we're going to number three. We're going to explore number three and see what's up. So the other one is online business and passive income. So this is a remote job, the kind of thing that I'm doing currently. I can say I fall under this category in a way, because this is whereby you establish a business and earn a passive income. It's like you're working for yourself, right? It's like you've established a certain business. Even the previous ones will say like customer care or that, you can be, you could, and it's something I'm trying to work on. You can reach out to businesses in America and offer them customer support whereby they can pay you on a monthly basis. So they can pay an upfront fee and then it works. So with an online business, is basically you being able to, fill that gap that is happening around, and you're able to just have a business on that. Now, an example of an online business and that brings in some passive income is maybe affiliate marketing. We saw that. The other one is blogging. We saw that you can be a blogger. We have seen, and especially bloggers, and even locally, they make so much money. Bloggers make so much, but for them, of course, it's so super government stuff and everything. The other one is the one making digital products. So making digital products, perhaps I can even share my business model with you. You can see it on the screen. Allow me to share it with you.
It's okay.
Okay, let me show you.
I can.
Yeah, so one of the niches that I'm in is the traveling niche. So whereby like people want to travel around the world, but they always be faced with many problems. Like, how do you even plan for a trip? How do you even save for that trip? So you can see here, this is a landing page. I have your dream vacation planned for you. Download customizable, expert curated travel itineraries that save time and make up your trip unforgettable. Editable PDFs for personalization. So I have something called a lead magnet, whereby it's like I'm trying to offer a book for free. So the art of selling. You remember yesterday we talked about email collections, right? Email marketing.
Yes.
And how all these things were influencing each other. So mine now is working fully with all those things that we were talking yesterday. So when someone clicks on download, it will give them a lead magnet. Get ready, get a free 1-day itinerary to plan your next trip. So once they fill up the email, and of course I've given them social proof, join over 1,000 travelers who planned stress-free vacations. So you can see, send my free sample. So I offer something for free, and the thing that I'm offering, let me show you just an example. So this is an example of an online business, right? So it's an example whereby you've really gotten maybe good with this online stuff to a point you can establish an online business. So you can see here, this is an example of the book that I'm offering for free, whereby someone can plan a whole day, like where they can go, overview, best time to visit, ideal for solo travelers, foodies, music lovers, morning, the routine, where they will go, how much money it will cost them, $150 probably per person, when they will start that day, because this is a 1-day trip. And then I try to sell them now the full, if they wanted to plan for, let's say, a week. Let's say someone wants to plan for a whole week, how will they go really about it? So this is an example of all that.
Oh, this is nice.
Yes. Yes, I do make this using Canva.
Okay.
And eventually I sell them. Download the full itinerary for $19.99. So I give them something for free that they can even use and plan out and all that. But then I have to sell them now the full version, like a 1 day for free. What if you want to plan for 7 days, right?
Yeah.
So this is an example of an online business. So with that, like, you offer people, well, of course it involves so much, and being so much patient and everything, but this is just just showing you, for the sake of like this class, showing you how an example of an online business and everything. So going back, yeah, saying what? Come again.
No, I'm saying this is amazing. Like, the work is amazing, bro.
Yes, it's crazy because I know the feeling of it. Many.
Oh, it's nice. I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, so this is what I learned in my quest for remote jobs. You have to, first of all, you are rich in time. So I was in a point where you are at the moment. And what I really did, I converted my time to a skill, even in a short period of time, even if it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, we're talking about how you can squeeze your time to learn something, how it works, not fully, because eventually experience is the best way to learn something. So you have time on your hand, but you feel like you don't have money, you feel like you're stuck, you feel like things are going, it's okay. So you convert that time to a valuable skill. And that skill can fall under these 3 categories, right? Or even all of them at once, right? So once you do that, now you sell your time, you convert you sell your time to learning this skill online for free. Once you've done that, now you use the skill you've had and you sell it for some money. But eventually you realize that you only have 2 things. You have a service and a product. So you're selling your skill as a service. Someone hires you on a full-time remote job or freelance, and you get to work. Then eventually you get to get paid. But at some point you will have now to have a product, because you want to do other things in life. Maybe you want to be busy. You want to maybe go out, do this, do that. So you need to have a product. So in your quest for this journey, eventually you might have a product for this. And one of the best products I always recommend is having a book, because a book falls under any category. Anyone can have a book. Like right now, if you're able to come up with a book, instead of saying like how people can like raise money and like, oh, you can learn a skill, be really good at something, rebrand in a way that people could buy that book and see, how did she make it? How did she go? Because you are going to, you're going to have a bigger breakthrough. And, when everything is, because nothing stays the same forever, there's someone who will be so moved by your story and they will want to learn more from you. And just being in something like a lean Goog is not enough. Being in, a 2-hour interview is not enough. They would want something tangible, something they can just hold on to. And that's why you introduce the book. So the book can either be a physical copy or a digital product.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
Do books sell? Like, Do they sell, or depends what is the way you market them?
They do, depending on the necessity. Like
Because
mhm,
there's someone so they
mhm.
sold an ebook 1 million copies. Kuna mwingine leo aliuza 10,000 copies, mwingine ni 100,000 copies, but nilikuwa naangalia comments wanasema we they really push that book, the ebook.
So the truth is, most people, you have to look at. You see, human beings don't care about me and you. No one really cares that much. But
Mm-hmm.
the truth, you have to look at what is the most important thing to them. If you
Mm-hmm.
can focus on the problems, then you can focus on the solution, right?
Yes.
You have to focus on the problems. What are the problems that people are facing? Because when someone presents you with a solution of something you're really going through in life, and you have access to money, then you can pay them for that any day. So people try to sell ebooks about anything. You can't just sell a book about anything. You have to think about the end user. Is it really valuable to them? Do they value it, right? And that's how people really make money. And then one of the ways that people make like millions of dollars with ebooks is built on personal brands. I'll give you an example of someone like Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, huyo mchinku wa rich dad, rich dad.
Yes, so the model nowadays, and I'll share a certain podcast that I think will also be really good and motivating this journey. Is like a certain episode. So this guy is making more money out of the rich dad poor dad than he's making money out of everything else. But he goes and speaks about it. Someone like Andrew Tate is making more money out of that subscription fee too. So is everything like for the people who are really selling so much money? Yes, I'm making good, I can say good income, but the people who are making life-changing capital in a way that they're like, flying around the world first class, these are people who have built their personal brand. So now everyone knows them. When I said rich dad poor dad, you automatically know who I'm talking about. So every time this person appears on a podcast or an interview, every time there's something, they will always make a sale. So the best people who are making so much money on ebooks, yes, you can make a very decent income, but the people who are actually crushing it are people who are in those, people know their face already.
Oh
Yeah, I don't know if that made sense.
yeah, it makes sense.
Because they want to know, like, for example, in a way, after all this breakthrough, everything you've been through will be a gold mine for you. You can write like a series of books about everything you've gone through in like 10 different issues, and all of them will make millions of dollars. So you just need that experience that people can really like. What? How did they? You want to read Rich Dad Poor Dad because you really want to know how do they make money. How do people with this kind of mindset think, and that's how people who are making millions of dollars are selling. But now the other people like me is based now on the how important is this ebook for this person.
Yeah,
Yeah, so people are willing to pay you any amount of money as long as you're willing to solve their problem.
that's nice.
Yeah,
So in short, can be about anything. Can be about food. Can be about health. Can be about literally anything.
it can be about anything. Like if you talk about health, there are people who really value health so much. There are people like health to them is like everything, right? There's someone who's right now they are really struggling maybe with obesity or they want to add some weight, and for them they're willing to spend $9 on an ebook. They're willing to do that.
Yes, yes.
So, and then another secret to selling ebooks that people really don't talk about is email automation. You see, my system does not need someone to be there for them to be sent an ebook. I don't need to be there to send them an email. Once someone signs up, they get a book immediately.
So what about the payments?
I have an integrated international payment system. using Paystack. So I'll share all this information in the coming days. So for you to be able to sell an ebook, and especially for someone maybe in America, right? You need a payment gateway. So selling an ebook is only a couple of things. One, you need traffic. Because
So
yes,
how do you get traffic?
I get traffic from Pinterest. Because I get organic traffic from Pinterest. I'm setting up the Facebook and I want to run organic ads. The Pinterest crowd, I find it very interesting. The reason being, if I use other social media platforms so much, other social media platforms, people log in to those platforms to joke, probably. There are memes, like on Twitter, there are memes. On TikTok, there's so much entertainment. No, but the crowd on Pinterest is a very organic crowd. These are people who know. These are people who are looking for home interior. These are people who are into fashion. Like, these people already know. It's a kind of a mature crowd.
Exactly.
So
like,
continue kindly.
Do you post a page so that they get fascinated and now look for the real book?
What I do, they see that email magnet you saw. Let me just share. Let me just share the screen. You have whenever you're going, it's like, think about internet like going fishing. Selling something online is like going fishing sometimes, right? So no one will just buy from you, right? No one will buy from you because they bumped into your page. You have to get their contact. And that's why you can see I have a simple landing page. This is called a landing page. The first thing someone sees when they click on my link, travelvista.com, your dream vacation plan for you. I tell them what it's about, 3 benefits, budget, saves time, and hack. And then social proof. I have like over 10,000 travelers. Of course, not over 10,000 travelers have planned their trips with us. And then I sound like an entity, like with us. Like someone can't know it's me, it's some one person. So once they click download, because I'm offering them, there's a catch now. Not ready yet? Get a 1-day itinerary to plan your next trip. I'm just offering them a plan for 1 day, and it's a free sample. But the catch is, for you to get your free sample, you have to leave your first name and an email. So once now I get the email, what will happen? The next thing is, my system, that how I set it up, it will be emailing this person on a weekly basis. Like, you want to plan that next trip to Europe, here's a free ebook that can help you, but that ebook is maybe a 3-day trip to Europe. But if you want to plan for a whole week or 2 weeks, here's a paid version. And then inside that email, now I have the payment system where if they click, they see the deal and they will buy it. So I can be emailing them constantly, So the selling things online is based on emails, and that's why when you go to your email inbox right now, you'll find a bunch of things there.
Exactly.
So that's the secret, because unless people know your face, right? Unless people know this face, like maybe you have a big podcast, you have maybe 10,000. We're talking about maybe 1,000. I think 1,000 is fair. If you get 1,000 subscribers, you can start making money, even 300 subscribers. So the moment you are there and you're creating videos and you're talking to people, you can just tell people, grab a copy, link below, and they will buy it. But because they have already watched you enough times. But for people that don't really know you, you see, no matter how good I am as a content creator, the algorithm at the end of the day will be deciding who gets to see my content. Now, you cannot depend on a algorithm so that you make sales. So you have to start collecting data. And the journey of building an email list began that way. That's why every time, from time to time, I'll always find I've sold an ebook.
So literally, how many ebooks do you sell in a week?
in a week, let me think. To be fair, it's like I can say 7 ebooks. There's a time I sold like 15 ebooks.
Oh, nice.
And I have very fair prices because some are $7, $13. So you see, that's good money.
Yeah.
So in a way, I can know that even if I'm not doing anything, there's like that passive income in a way. So being able to set up a system is the best thing ever. And now you will learn this after, because with service you have to be there for you to make money.
Yeah.
But with a product, you could just be somewhere chilling, and then you see, okay, but they have sold an ebook, but they have sold a course, but they have done this and this. So it's just a matter of creating a system. So the first thing of selling an ebook is traffic, being able to get traffic, either organic or paid. The second one is having a payment gateway, because how do you sell an ebook if you can't receive payment?
Okay.
So once you get a gateway, and the other one, the number 3 is automation. So the ability that if people are buying if you get 10 people, let's say you are selling an ebook on how to gain weight. If you say that you can upsell or downsell. This the best, because if you sell to someone the first time, it's easy to sell to them again.
Yeah, sure.
So let's say you sold them an ebook about working out on how to gain weight. You can sell them maybe another one for like $45. And if they buy that, you can sell them even another one for, you can always upsell to the new people. And that's why it's really good to collect emails, whether it's emails or SMSs here in Kenya, in Africa. That's the best way, So just having a system. And the fourth thing is now being able to make the message organic. No one wants to receive emails that look like ChatGPT was just working on them. It's quite interesting though. Yeah, so I don't know if I have a question regarding all that.
No, so far so good.
Okay, so we come back to now the remote job and everything. So this is number 3. This is now understanding, and you can see examples of these online businesses where people can establish. We have affiliate marketing, blogging, selling digital products. And when you talk about platforms, we have things like Shopify, Amazon, travel payouts. I'm actually working with travel payouts. So these are platforms, some of the platforms that one might really be into. Now, moving on to the next thing, we're going to see the pros and cons of remote work, right? The pros, flexible working hours, no commuting cost, which is really awesome. Opportunity to work with global clients. This is really good because it gives you so much experience. And even when it comes to the local job, it's like you're super experienced. The other one is more work-life balance, because like for me right now, it's like I'm on pajamas right now. When I wake up, I'm the one who knows how I can set up my day, how my day will be like, rather than being in the office. Now, like, I have to wait. Right now, I think it's 5:01. Most people are leaving the office right now, being in traffic. So I can be able to balance my life in a way, right?
Yeah.
Now, the cons requires self-discipline and time management. Because if someone hires you to do maybe data entry and you're given 3 hours, they literally gave you 3 hours. You have to complete that work under 3 hours. Right? So self-discipline will be a very key thing that you are going to have in your journey towards remote jobs and everything. The other one is no fixed income. That's why here, like, the people who have been in this space for like 15 years, and there's someone I saw, there's this lady I know, though I don't know her personally, but she makes probably $1 million shillings. She's a Kenyan with the remote jobs. So what she did, she started like 15 years ago, and some of the clients, she met them while they were still students. Now these people have left office, they have built big companies, and they still send you gigs. So with time, you'll form that relationship with people that will give you so much work over and over and over and over. So there's no fixed income. There's no fixed. You can earn little, but with time, with that discipline and everything, you can even earn so much. Like your life could literally change. The other one is distractions at home, obviously. So from time to time, things will happen. Like we find that the net at times is the gadget. You find like, oh my god, your gadget is like tripping a little bit here and there. You find that your gadget could be really not solid. Those are things you're going to go through, but you'll always overcome them. The other one is social isolation, because whenever you're working remotely, at times you tend to be so busy, but not everyone will see like you're busy. People are like, I see you almost every day, but how can you say you're busy? So you not be able to have that life. And like maybe working in an office at times, that we don't work on a weekend, so you can meet all your friends on a weekend. But with remote jobs, you can be having a deadline, and so the whole weekend you're locked in working on it. So those are the pros and cons in a way. I don't know if you have a question regarding pros and cons.
Yeah, so far I'm good.
Okay. But at least you're getting to understand.
Yeah, you're good at explaining.
Oh, that's so. Thank you. My work is to make sure that it's not like we skim through it. It's more like we digest and everything. So, the other thing is, what are the skills needed for remote work, right? So, technical skills. We're going to start with the technical skills, and then soft skills. So, technical skills. These are graphic design. This is whereby I use Canva. Like today, I've hit my almost, I don't know how many designs I've made on Canva. Literally, that ebook I made it on Canva. So we're talking about Photoshop. We're talking about these are on graphic designs. These are technical skills, right? The ones that require to be more hands-on on things. The other one is virtual assistance. This is email handling and scheduling. Like someone they want to schedule for meetings and stuff. That is that. And the other one is digital marketing, social media, being able to run ads for people. So these are more technical skills whereby one really need to be hands-on. Well, what about soft skills? I don't know if you have a question on those technical skills. Okay. So when it comes to these soft skills, it's like communication, time management, problem solving, and self-motivation. That's the only skill you need, the soft skill. Because at times, things could be hard, at times things could be really good, and you don't want to be carried away. You want to be, really stay focused. Problem solving, because think about it right now. You want to be in the remote job space. You are going to be solving problems. So the ability to just think fast, at times not even think fast, I can say there's someone who can take a whole day thinking about a solution and they come up with a perfect solution, than someone who really instantly goes into it. So your ability to solve problems is a very, very big thing in this space. Come again?
You had gone silent.
Okay, I'm saying, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
I'm saying problem solving is a bigger thing. One of the things that I can, like, you find that you are stuck in a situation whereby, like, let's say you're so nervous, so anxious, I'm finally getting to work in the remote job space, and then you hit start, and then there's a question that what is this even? They've given you probably like a time limit of solving those questions. So your ability to just solve problems will come in handy, and with time you'll just get good at it, because the more you do something, the more you really get good at it.
Yeah.
The final one is time management. And time management really costed people, and especially with the outlier accounts, because once people activated their accounts, they assumed that they are going to be given more time to complete these tasks. But it was so unfortunate that they were not given the time they wanted. You get me? So
Yeah.
when you the fact that you have time on your side, that's a very huge win in a way. The other one is communication skills, because if you're able to articulate a certain problem, let's say you have onboarded a certain remote job, they don't have people like to talk to you and all that, and you realize that this remote job that they gave me, this specific task that they gave me, I can't solve it because it is the question itself is wrong. So how are you able to break it down to people and tell them, the remote job that you guys gave me, question number 3, section this, I don't think this should be like that. So how will you articulate that to the people, right? So that they don't get not they don't like not pay you because you didn't complete it, yet they had an error. Because at the end of the day, these are human beings.
Yeah.
So these are all soft skills that you need. So I don't know if you have a question on regarding that. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, you had gone silent. I think I
E-
was just
Even you had gone silent. I was even trying to. So I'm asking, do you have a question regarding soft skills or technical skills?
so fast a bit.
Yeah. So moving on to the next is like platforms to find remote jobs, right?
Yeah.
These are platforms to find remote jobs. So these are for freelance performance platforms. We're talking about Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer. For remote jobs, but abroad, we're talking about we work remotely, remote.co. These are like no full-time jobs. We saw that freelance, they offer that flexibility, but for full-time jobs, you find like we work remotely, remote.co. And for affiliate marketing, we saw travel payouts, Amazon associates. The other one is for e-commerce and digital products, that's Shopify and Gumroad. Even though there's so much more, this is just mentioning a few. Now, the most important thing is the last part: is how do you choose the right remote job? Now, the question is always asking yourself, what are my skills and interests, right? And this just a pro tip. You have to start by things that you can really do. Like, let's say you can say I'm a good writer, right? Maybe I'm a good writer. Maybe I'm a good you just start before even let's say because there's no one in the whole world who completely knows nothing. You know something, right? You're really good at something. So you have to ask yourself, what are my skills? And if maybe you don't lack skills, what are things that you're really interested in? And then when now you start answering that, you find yourself, oh, maybe I'm a good virtual assistant. So how will I land a virtual assistant job? Or maybe I'm a good data entry. How will I land that?
Yeah.
So now on tomorrow's class, I'll help you choose the right remote job. I just wanted to end it there so that I can leave you with that soft skill, that thing that you find you think you're really not good at it. Is something that you know for sure. And I just wanted you to really think about it maybe in the course of the evening. And tomorrow I'll help you choose the right remote job. And now we can pursue the journey of getting that remote job.
But one of the things I know I really want to do is take those accounts, because I've had people say they have lots of fun.
Yes, so we will explore that, right? We'll go to account creation, but perhaps we can go to account creation and then come back to finding a remote job. How does that sound?
But you see, even if you know how to create
an
account,
account, you need a skill, of course.
still
True.
I'm gonna that.
Yes.
Even if you know how to create those accounts, who am I going to sell to? I don't know people.
Yes, that's true. I understand. So we can continue, I guess, because I had a program for you for us to achieve all those things. So I'd want you to maybe, just sit on that and think of what are you really good at, or what are your interests, right? If right now someone gave you a call and they're like, I want to create for you a remote job account, which task do you think I should of course you can say none, right? You really need it to work. So and if not, if you can't answer that question, then tomorrow we'll talk what are the skills that you can learn really fast so that we can go for those accounts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd want to say to stop from there and just let you think about it in the course of the evening, and then we're going to continue.